This is Mike Finnerty of the SureWest Sports Show, and the following clip has been brought to you by the SureWest Sports Show, airing on SureWestSports.com. We welcome to this week's Sports Chat. We're talking with Joe Davidson of the Sacramento Bee, and right now we're going to recap Friday night's section championship games. Big weekend, big night actually for the Sac High girls and boys team and the Bradshaw Christian girls team. Joe, we're happy for a lot of people on this night, but probably most particularly Michelle Masseri, head coach for the girls team.
You know, we're not supposed to root for teams in this. We're supposed to be unbiased, and we are mostly, but sometimes you feel for a person and a coach and a leader, and Michelle Masseri is all of those things. She's got a real human element to her, rides her kids hard, very demanding. There was a moment during the championship game, she pulled one of her star players over and said, if you're not going to sacrifice, you could sit with me on the bench. They respond to her. She took the job 3 years ago. It was already an established program, and there was pressure right away. It's a charter school, so they get kids from all over. They want to be academic achievers. They want scholarships. The parents are very demanding. Yeah, she felt the pressure. She was a very good basketball player in a community town up in Grass Valley, Nevada Union High School, where expectations are high. So she's always carried that. So they won a championship. She said they would this year. They graduated some good players. They have a good young team now. Super coach. So, yeah, you feel good for Michelle Masseri, who said, we talked to her the other day, and she said, I finally stopped. I had a good night's sleep, but they got more work to do. They're in the NorCals this week, and they can get more wins under their belt. So good for her, good for the program.
Yep, and two other winners we're going to talk about briefly. Derek Swafford, we feel great for him. Well, he had to go through the Josiah Turner incident. They get the section championship win, their third straight. And, of course, the Bradshaw Christian girls, their seniors, that trio, Fernandi Espinoza, Lauren Byer, and Jordy Smith, they get their fourth straight section championship. So some good feeling all around.
It really is. Mike Ruble, the tireless guru, coach does the boys, does the girls, the athletic director, his teacher, 4 championships in a row. He was very funny in victory. He said, you know, the boys drive me insane. The girls keep me sane. It's a love-hate relationship. They hate how I run them into the ground, but they love the results. And you're right, Derek Swafford showed a very human moment the other night at Arco Arena. He said the one guy he's going to really miss on his team is Robert Garrett. He got emotional. Robert Garrett has really grown as a player, a young man, dominant force now. The Josiah Turner mess is over. So those coaches, the best coaches, sometimes win the best championship. So these guys have done a heck of a job, and we've seen them all year. And there's more work to be done. They're in NorCals this week with a chance to keep winning.
Yeah, so it's more just about wins. There's the human element. You know, all these teams, they prepare to get to this point and win, but they've got more to do. So we're going to talk to you here in a moment. We're going to go through Saturday's section championships. We're going to do one more sports chat, wrap up those, so we'll talk to you in a moment. Well, we bring you back for our second sports chat. Joe Davidson, Mike Finnerty here talking about Saturday's section championship games. We had Sheldon, St. Francis, and Colfax locally capture section titles today. Joe, and let's start off with St. Francis, and that girls team of theirs is just tremendous. Jolise Limkako, Brandon Charles, they got it done. Coach Vic Pitton, they seemed like a happy group. But like some of these other teams today, they have bigger fish to fry coming up.
They really do. And St. Francis is a team that really thinks it could get to the NorCal finals. I think they can, too. They have great tradition, great coach. He just ushers in waves of players, and they have those 2 difference-maker guards, Limkako and Brandon Charles. They're so good with the handle. They're so good defensively. They could hit the open shots, and they're so battle-tested. They want to see more teams in the NorCals, and they have a chance to host some games. So that's a well-earned championship. Their first year, Mike, in Division I, and they win the championship. So that's outstanding.
And I believe they're 8th overall. You know, we talk about them almost being like the quintessential team. Everyone supports each other. He rolls girls in and out, which we've been impressed by. And, of course, he does it and win, and that's what's big. Let's go to the Sheldon boys game. Division I champions, back-to-back for them. Back-to-back for Joey Rawlings and Darius Nelson and Ramon Eaton. They just really took care of Jesuit tonight.
It was a very good game in the first half. We anticipated that. The first 2 meetings in the Delta River League were 3-point victories for Sheldon. Sheldon unbeaten in section play this year. They were supposed to win this tournament, and they really pulled away impressively in the second half. I was very impressed with their poise, their patience. Darius Nelson battled a bad cold, bad ankle, the pressure and expectations, and he played like a warrior. He was tough on offense, tough on defense. Ramon Eaton at 6'8" is a marvel at handling the ball. Williams, their sophomore guard, crashing for a lot of points. They expected to win. There wasn't a big dog pile celebration because they want more. They've gotten to this level before. They want to win the NorCal titles. It gets really hard now, Mike, because the NorCal teams are so physical and so strong. But this Sheldon team has got all the makings to make a real run right back here to Arco for the NorCal finals, and maybe even the week after that for a state championship.
Yeah, they're awfully talented, and I think we think they got a good chance. We'll see what they can do. And the last game with the local team, Colfax Falcons, they win the D4 title for boys. And a couple big stories there. Chase Mosier goes down with the bat, with something happened to his knee. I don't think we're exactly sure, but he left in the first quarter. And what do you know? Colfax takes care of Amador, I think, for a second, and they get it done.
Well, and yeah, we're all kind of weary here because we've been here since like the crack of dawn. We open the doors, but Colfax, we love teams like that because they're from a community tradition, public school, and we were talking about all week. Colfax could win this championship if Mosier has a big game. He has 2 points, goes down, his knee locks up, a kind of a weird thing, and then there was a real nice human element where he was wheeled in on the gurney to be with his guys for the team photo. He's kind of in a state of shock, but he's happy. What an effort to move forward and win that game handily against a very good Amador team that beat Modesto Christian. It's going to get tougher now without him if he can't play, because you've got to have your leaders in the NorCal games, or it just doesn't work.
And I think what they're thinking is, hey, at the very least, we got the section championship that we won without our star, and Austin Oberg was fantastic. So good day overall. Section champions, it's all over. We're on NorCals and then states, but long 2 days for us, but a good fun 2 days.
Well, and it just shows, Mike, how great basketball is around here. We've seen all the great players and the effort and the skill set in the girls, the effort driving all over the floor, hitting three-pointers. You see how impressive Colfax was and the Sheldon at the large school level. They want more, and with this building as a backdrop, it's a nice little advantage to have, but it gets really hard now. And so these teams will cherish the blue banners, but they want the big plaque to hold over their heads, and I think we have a good shot. We have a real up year in girls and boys basketball.
Yep, I agree, and it's going to be fun to watch, and we'll talk about it in the coming weeks. So nice chatting with you, and I'll see when I see you.
I'll box you out.